right, next up we have Luke calling from Indianapolis, Indiana. Hey, Luke, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, thanks for taking my call.
Hey, thanks for calling. How can we help?
So I feel like my budget, like my margins each month, I'm not quite achieving any of my goals. I'm trying to be as aggressive with as I can with my student loan repayments, but I also have a couple other things I'm saving for. My truck has not been super dependable, so I'm saving to replace that. And then I'm also getting married next year, so I'm kind of saving for those expenses and moving out and stuff. And so I'm looking at my account each month, and I'm not really getting anywhere because I feel like I'm spreading it all too thin. So maybe you guys could help me prioritize.
Yeah, well, congrats on getting engaged. That's exciting. You got some cool things on the horizon.
So how much debt do you
Thank
have?
you. Right now I have about 19,000 all
Okay.
in student loans.
All right. And what's your income?
About 50,000.
All right. And when you're doing your monthly budget, do you think it's a spending problem? Is it because you're saving toward the car and the wedding? Where do you think the problem lies? Is it an
I
income
don't
problem?
really. I'm not. It could be an income problem. I'm not spending anything, and part of it could be maybe it's not necessary to save as much as I think, like for the car and for the wedding. But like I'm saving pretty much 50% of my income goes towards my debt. So I live off of the rest, and I'm saving about I don't know $400 or $500 a month, and I guess I'm just not sure. Should I make less aggressive payments on my debt and save just kind of for this season, or
How is this truck on its last leg? You said you're trying to
um,
replace your car?
it's hard to say. It's I've had to take it to the shop pretty much every month. Nothing major, but $150 here, $300 here, and that's also kind of slowing down my saving.
Mm.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
A teacher. Okay. And are you doing any sort of side hustle or anything to make additional income?
I'm not. The primary reason is I teach band, and so I have a lot of after-school commitments, a lot of extracurricular activities. So I don't exactly have a normal teacher schedule.
Yeah, no, band can get pretty intense. What about off seasons? Do you have, seasons where you're not, having after school hours with the band?
Yeah, my summers are definitely available. I've worked over the summers in the past and been able to make $3,000 or $4,000 in a month or two, like June and July.
Yeah, right now, I love that you're taking 50% of your income and throwing it towards the debt. I think right now it's just that season where it's a challenge. You got to be gazelle intense. You got to kind of go through the slog. This is the not fun part of it. But, it's going to get you to a spot where once that $19,000 is out of your life, once that debt is gone, that money is going to be able to really go towards savings and you're going to see a lot of progress. I know it's frustrating right now because you don't see that savings progress. You're going, oh man. But it's
hmm
gonna get there. I think it's just kind of one of those seasons where you got to stay the course and keep pushing through.
Do you know how much you are having to pay for this wedding? Have you guys talked about with the families, who's paying what? Do you have a clear number?
Yeah, so the family is able to contribute pretty much everything for the wedding. I'm paying for the honeymoon, and then I'm also wanting to save some money just for like the first month rent and the deposit, and I have no furniture, so I live at home right now. So I'll be moving out for the first time, so I've also been saving a little bit for that.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you're doing all the right things. I'd get a clear number of what I'm going to need for all those wedding expenses. If that's $4,000 for a honeymoon plus, then we backtrack that out and go, all right, every month I need to save $400 to have $4,800 12 months from now. And so you start to do that kind of math, and that gives you your goal. And if that means I need a side hustle, then go get you a side hustle for a season.
Yeah, and I think that's just important to remember that it is for a season. You're coming up on that marriage, and it's going to feel so good to do it debt-free and to be really seeing that traction with your wife as you're able to throw that money into savings.